I am doing a comparison video for this high pressure steam iron versus this one that I've had for a really long time. Rowenta is what it's called. I don't know if we can find this on Amazon, but we're going to compare. So first and foremost, the shape. You see the nose of this versus this? This iron is supposed to be for specifically suits and nice items of clothing, things with collars and buttons. This works much better for getting into the actual collar, into all of the nooks and crannies of the buttons. It's also just the same height through here, whereas this one, it's very thin at the bottom, so you really can get underneath the collar a lot easier. This one, very simple. On-off button, trigger for the steam, and cap for the reservoir. Now, the difference between these two, this one is ceramic coated, this one is just regular metal. This ceramic coating is supposed to protect your clothes from getting burned, things like that. The steam on this is super powerful. It's honestly pretty crazy. This one does come with a heat-proof plate to set it down on. Now, let's get on to this one. So this has a lot more features. This has an auto clean feature, a manual button to push for actual water if you want to spray the garment with water and then iron it, or if you'd like to use the steam option. What I love about this is it also has a temperature that tells you which temperature to set it at, whether you're doing linens, cotton, wool, silk, synthetics. I love that you can adjust the temperature and it tells you what to set it at based on what type of fabric you're doing. I want to point out the tip on this is much more pointed and longer compared to this one. If you have something that's really intricate with a lot of buttons, or you're trying to get into the little corners of the collars and things like that, I will say something like this probably maneuvers through it a little bit better. Let's try it out. As an example, can look at the collar piece here. The shape of this iron, you can just easily slide it underneath the collar, get into all of the little nooks and crannies, whereas with this one, it's pretty thick. You can't really get into there as easily. So that's some missed opportunity there, especially since this is supposed to be specifically for suits and things with collars. I think they kind of dropped the ball on the tip, and I would have liked to see something like this. Lastly, I just want to show you how it works with a button shirt. It does have a triangle shape here at the front, so it's supposed to be able to work around buttons really easily. Not too bad. It's getting between the buttons pretty easily. The shape of this is really good for that. Here is the other one. It just has, you can get like a more detailed iron around each button because it is so thin here at the top. The cord on this one is actually connected to the handle. So when you're using this, it doesn't come with that plate to set it on. You actually just sit it up like that, which I actually really love that feature. It's really super easy to use, and then you don't have to bring it all the way over to the plate. You can just set it up wherever you're using it. Let's show you on this one what the steam power looks like. So you have to pump it on this one, and then it goes for a little bit after you're done pumping it. The steam also comes out of this on all of the holes around the entire plate. It's not just in one spot. Whereas this one, when you push the steamer, you see that right there? That's where it comes out of, that one spot. None of these other little holes. Yep, it's just this one spot. So, some things to consider. Like I said, I don't know if we can find this model on Amazon, or if we can even tag a model that's similar if it's not the same one, but that's what I can compare it to. So, honestly, it's fine. It's not professional. This is a pretty pricey iron, pretty pricey. I honestly don't know why. I'm assuming it's because of the ceramic coating. However, it's missing some really key features for something that's supposed to be for high-end clothing like suits. It really needs to have a better nose tip. The steam function should come dispersed throughout the entire plate, in my opinion. But if you're looking for something really simple, on-off button, trigger for the actual steam, and a cap for the water reservoir, compared to auto clean and dry ironing versus steam and changing the temperature, then this one would be the way to go.